Chapter 11, Study Buddies. Tabitha's mom looked like a regular mom, even though Tabitha said she wasn't her real one. Tabitha called her Carol. "I've been looking forward to this all day," said Carol with a smile that showed she meant it. I liked her enthusiasm. "You'll have to show me how to take care of Humphrey. I've never had a hamster before." "It's a snap," I squeaked. "I think Humphrey's trying to tell us something," Carol said. "Smart lady." Once we were home, Carol set my cage on the table and made some hot chocolate. "How was your day?" she asked. Tabitha shrugged her shoulders. "Just like any other day." If she only knew. She opened her backpack and pulled out some papers. "I've got math homework." Carol examined the paper. "Honey, this isn't yours. It belongs to somebody named Seth Stevenson." Tabitha grabbed the study guide. We must have switched. She rummaged around in her backpack and pulled out another study guide. "Hang on, this one's mine." She showed Carol the study guide with her name on it. "Is this important?" asked Carol. "Very," said Tabitha. "Very, very, very." I couldn't help squeaking up. "Seth will need this. We'd better try to call him," Carol said. It looked as if things were working out according to my plan, but you can never be sure with humans. Seth and his mom arrived the next morning. "Thank you for calling," said Mrs. Stevenson. "Seth was in a panic when he couldn't find his homework." "It took me a while to get your number. I finally called Mrs. Brisbane," Carol explained. "I'm sorry we never met before. I didn't even know there was a new girl in the class," Seth's mom said. Seth and his mother, whose name is June, I found out, took off their coats, and Carol made hot chocolate again. "I'm so happy to meet somebody from Tabitha's class," said Carol. "Did Tabitha get invited to Richie's birthday party?" June asked. Carol shook her head. "I'll call his mom. She invited everyone in the class, but I'll bet she didn't know about Tabitha either." "I'm sorry no one called to welcome you. We'd love to have you at the parent-teacher meetings." Carol poured out the steaming chocolate. "I'd like that. I'm kind of new to the mother business." "Looks like you're off to a great start," said June. The two mothers moved into the living room while Seth and Tabitha sat by my cage. Smiley the bear lay on the table. "Hey, Humphrey," Seth greeted me. I spun on my wheel to show him I was happy to see him. "If Richie invites you to this party, will you go?" he asked Tabitha. "I don't know," she said. "Maybe." Seth rubbed his nose. "Well, if you do, could you leave Smiley at home?" Tabitha looked surprised. "Why?" Seth sighed. "Well, I know you're not weird, but the other kids think you are because of the bear. If you'd leave him at home, they'd know you're, regular, like them. Then they'd like you." Tabitha thought it over. "Are you going to be there?" "Sure. Richie says he's planned a cool surprise." Tabitha frowned. "I don't like surprises." "This will be a good surprise. A great surprise," said Seth. Tabitha didn't answer right away. "Okay, if you'll be there, I'll come, and I'll leave Smiley at home." Seth looked relieved. Great. They watched me spin on my wheel and talked about the math test. After a while, Tabitha said, "The baseball game's on. Want to watch it?" The two of them raced out of the room and didn't see them again for the rest of the afternoon. June went home, but Seth stayed and she picked him up later. I didn't care because I wasn't worried anymore. Tabitha left Smiley on the table next to my cage. He seemed to be smiling even more than usual. It looked as if a nice, shiny silver friendship had begun.